Expectations of a rise in U.S. interest rates in December have soared following a stronger-than-expected jobs report. The U.S. economy added 271,000 jobs in October, far exceeding the 185,000 jobs that economists had forecast. That strong number has raised expectations that the U.S. Federal Reserve will raise interest rates at its policy meeting in December. The Fed cut rates to near zero in December 2008 in response to the gathering financial crisis. Astounding number. The recovery since then has been slow, but October's jobs report could help persuade policymakers that the time has come for the first rise in interest rates since June 2006. That was an astounding number. It's pretty clear that the Fed would be justified in hiking in December, if the economy doesn't hit another air pocket, said Brian Jacobsen, chief portfolio strategist at Wells Fargo Funds. The report, from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, showed the jobless rate fell to 5%, the lowest rate in 7.5 years. In addition, there was positive news on previous months, with the number of jobs created in August and September raised by a net 12,000. There was also a strong rise in wages last month. Average hourly earnings rose 9 cents to $25.20, which is a 2.5% rise on a year earlier. Live possibility. The strength of the labor market is an important consideration for the Fed when deciding whether to move interest rates. Earlier this week, Janet Yellen, chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve, told a congressional committee that a rise in U.S. interest rates in December was a live possibility. Some economists now think that a rise in December might be the start of a series of rate rises. It's almost a sure thing that the Fed will tighten in December. Based on their communication, they might move every other meeting, said Mike Bazderek, an economist at Western Asset Management. After opening higher, the major U.S. stock market indexes fell. The U.S. dollar jumped following the report, adding 1.5 euro cents to 0.9311 euros. Against the pound, it strengthened by more than a cent to $1.5047. Mark your calendar for December 16. Markets are aggressively pricing in the first Federal Reserve rate hike for next month, said Christopher Vecchio, currency analyst at DailyFX. The US dollar is soaring across the board this morning after the October jobs figure blew past expectations, reaffirming the belief that the US economy is approaching the event horizon of the end of ZIRP zero interest rate policy. Job creation was strongest in professional and business services, healthcare, retailing, restaurants and bars and construction.